Tonight on HorrorVision, we're going to be looking at an M. Night Shyamalan movie by the name of Split. Released on January 19th, 2017, starts off with a person basically kidnapping at least 3 girls. One of them being by the name of Casey, which is the main character. As far as we know today, this is pretty much more like a psychological, but also mentally challenged film, to say the least, and probably is one of Universal's best, in my opinion. It has the story of Kevin Wendell Crumb, played by James McAvoy, who has exactly 23 personalities. However, he has a psychologist to help it out here by the name of Dr. Fletcher. However, all of them start to become a little bit different and want to at least, feel free to step out of something that by the name they call the light. So, 3 personalities manage to at least escape. One of them being by the name of Miss Patricia, a very calm, gentle woman, but even with that calm and gentleness, she is still a rather scary person to say the least, especially when she be nice. Then there's also one by the name of, I think, Dennis. This guy is a obsessive and compulsive person. He wants everything clean. Kind of reminds you of some type of autistic person, huh? Just kidding. And then there's also Barry, which is a 9-year-old personality, which pretty much has basic master control of the light, as previously stated in the film. He can go in and out anytime he wants. He can take anybody in and out of the light if he wants. So he has mastery control over it. So pretty much, it's pretty much that he got fooled by Miss Patricia and Dennis. Unknowing for the girls that Kevin actually had a 24th personality by the name of the Beast, which is a very strong personality. Pretty much is the modern version of a Universal monster. And probably that's in my opinion because this is made by Universal, and that's interesting. Kevin is pretty much like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, having a personality but also can't contain it, and it keeps coming out every time. Except Kevin has 23, while only Dr. Jekyll only had 1, which was Mr. Hyde. The beast itself has exactly big pulsating veins protruding out of itself, which actually I think increases the skin and kind of makes it feel indestructible. It can climb through walls, it can actually hurt people, it has enough strength to kill someone, and since it's a beast, it's full of different types of animals. I'm surprised. I'm surprised at even how this thing even exists, even at the realm of, well, how do I even put this? A very creepy thought that it's some type of personality made out of a compiling of animals. It's insane. However, it doesn't kill somebody who's been through tough problems, such as Kevin Wendell Crumb did, which is why one of the main characters, Casey, was pretty much the only one that actually survived, because she was the one who has been through so much of a tragic life, such as Kevin did with his, dick of a mother. This, honestly, is probably one of Shyamalan's best movies in a while. Basically, in my opinion, it's one of the best masterpieces that he's ever made. It's a cinematic masterpiece. It's horrifying enough that people will actually get frightened of Kevin's personalities, to say the least. Kevin's personalities are pretty much different types. They have, it's like personalities, it's kind of like the stereotypical characters, except put into one film, and pretty much a very mentally horrifying film. And that's interesting because I've never seen something like that done before than Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I'm serious on that one. And those are 2 different companies. I don't know how they do that. But one thing's for sure, Kevin's personality is one of the scariest things I've ever seen. But when Kevin actually comes back, it's only for a short amount of time. And he just wants to die. That's one thing. He wants to die so nobody can get hurt. I don't think he wants to die. He wants to live. I know he probably wants to live, but he wants to die because he doesn't want anybody getting hurt by these personalities. Some of them also having very obsessive compulsive problems. Probably because they've been stuck in the light for so long, but others also becoming pretty much what they are, personalities. They're supposed to be like different types of people, different types of mindsets. Personalities can be very creepy. It's like a character, but except it's in real life, and it's very disturbing. It kind of based on real life people who have actual personality problems. And that's kind of like what Kevin has. He has like obsessive personality disorder, or whatever they call it. It's a personality disorder. We all know that. One of the nominations was the Empire Award for Best Horror Movie. That is insane. I mean, that is insane. It has some other good stuff too, and I am pretty proud to say that this is one of the best M. Night Shyamalan movies that I've seen in a while. As a matter of fact, it's my favorite out of all of them. Even in the box office, it scored $278.5 million US. Insanely good. And I don't want to spoil like whatever happened to Kevin, because you'll see that in the film Glass if some of you haven't seen it. So I'd rather go check that out. But the personalities have become one of the biggest highlights of the film. Casey becoming a strong, independent woman, and also James McAvoy becoming all 24 personalities, as well as the actual Kevin Wendell Crumb. Honestly, you feel bad for the actual villain, but you honestly don't. That's kind of like how I feel with most villains. But with this one, I feel the most that I feel sorry for Kevin, because it's not his fault. He's just got problems, and he couldn't stop them. So, yeah. Split. If you hadn't seen it yet, go check it out. But if you actually see a stranger going inside your car, don't tell them, "Excuse me, sir, you got the wrong car." You get the fuck out of Dodge, because you don't know what that person is going to do to you.
Thank you.